I'm in charge. This is going to go off the rails quick. We're down a man. Cole has fled to Cambodia. Cambodia. I've no knowledge of the reason why. But here we are. Hopefully he'll return safe and sound, and we'll get our buddy back.
Yeah, great food.
Really?
Probably.
Basically anywhere you go ever except maybe Boston has good food.
Any place that has endured some strife, they got good food. I mean, come on. I mean, look at the South. Great food. Lots of strife. I mean, tell me where I'm wrong.
Indian food is fantastic.
Yeah. And then again, what place hasn't undergone some strife,
The Netherlands.
Yeah, or like Sweden. Well, I don't know. What happened during World War II over there? I'm not sure.
I am thankfully
They abstained. We abstained with the war.
Something chocolate. We are very mad at Gene Wilder. He killed that little boy for no reason. Wait, he was German. Fuck him.
Oh, yeah. True.
I recently I watched it the other day. It's always one of my favorite movies, and I think if I'm remembering correctly, you have a similar affinity. You remember Flight?
Flight's great. Yeah.
With Denzel?
Yeah. That's like one of my, I know Denzel has some fantastic roles, but that's one of the more like, I feel like he just plays kind of like a guy. He doesn't play Denzel. I don't know. He always kind of plays Denzel.
It's weird because he is Denzel, but it's a different variation of Denzel.
It's a Denzel I like.
Yeah, like I can feel his massive erection.
Exactly. Yeah.
But my favorite part about that is I got to see it in the theater with my dad because I think he thought it was going to be like, it was rated R, but I think he thought it was like a Clint Eastwood R.
Yeah, where it's like
$1 million
curse words.
Exactly, like in a gunfight. Who gives a fuck? But you remember the opening shot of that movie?
Or wait, the opening shot, super hot naked chick, right?
Yeah, it's just a tit coming into focus.
Yeah, pretty great.
It is pretty great. And the first 5 minutes is just, this guy's a piece of shit because the opening conversation is him bitching at his ex-wife for asking for tuition money for his son, who he doesn't talk to. But then he rolls a 747 and I could give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the first 10 minutes of that movie, there's a porn shoot. He wakes up drunk in a hotel room when he flies a plane. I mean, I wouldn't call it, it's pretty hammered. He does drink like, I don't know, pretty sick.
Well, because the lady who wasn't as hammered as him, like she had 0.17, and that's fucking obliterated.
Dude, I didn't even think about that. She was like saving people, actually. Yeah.
No, I actually, because I hadn't seen it in a while, I got a weepy at the end there, which I get a little weepy for most.
We're gonna invert the bird.
Sorry. No. Go ahead. No, dude, I actually I got fucking dusty, like it was my niece's quinceañera when he goes, "We're gonna roll it."
Yeah, we're gonna roll it.
And he's like, "What do you mean? We're gonna roll it."
It's like the opposite of the Sully cockpit where they're just calm and quiet. He's like, "I'm gonna turn this bitch upside down." The other guy's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Because he's seconds before.
Part of me thinks that Denzel's character, there was no scientific basis for that. He was just like, if I'm going to die in a plane crash, I want to get the most out of this. I want to be upside down for a partial amount of time.
Because it's absolutely just by the seat of his fucking balls.
Yeah.
Because before the plane starts going down, he's passed out with his aviators on and an airline ticket between them as like a fucking sleeping mask. And then he's like, "Okay, roll the plane. You say goodbye to your son because you might die." And then and also John Goodman in that movie.
Yeah, that's an all-timer.
Because the first 10 minutes is Denzel being Denzel. Then John Goodman comes in, steals it for 5 minutes. Denzel spends the next middle portion of it getting it back. John Goodman shows up again, steals it right back.
Yeah.
And then Denzel takes it right back at the end. And also Beth Dutton plays fucking...
Yeah, and before she was ever like in, all of these Yellowstone things, I was like, man, she was really good in that movie. Like, why haven't I seen her in other stuff? You know what I mean? I thought she was pretty like compelling. And then boom, now she's in she's going to be in everything soon. So
now she's Walter White for White Trash Ladies.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's my favorite like bumper sticker replacement because I don't know if you've seen like suburban moms that have like I love God, my child, and my vagina that can shoot a Magnum 32. But now it's like
personality.
It's like now I want to be Beth Dutton when I grow up. You mean mean to the natives?
Yeah, and like an abuser. Like, you want to like beat your significant other. I mean, I guess I haven't seen too much of that show, but I know they lovingly beat the shit out of each other and then have hot sex. I would assume, right?
I'm not an expert on the program.
It's like, yeah, pretty much checks out.
Yeah, it checks out. My grandmother loves the show, so,
so yeah, probably. With my stories,
we captured the flag, bro.
I know. How are you talking about Mavs?
Yes, I am.
How the hell did that happen? So Cole immediately was like rigged, and I was like, well, a 1.8% chance is still a chance. I know that is the most rigged thing I've ever heard in my life. You trade away Luka, and you get the one. It's like, and like the 1-1 that we have locked up for like the next 6 years or something. It's like, wow, okay.
Because yeah, every other one is everybody else.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. So I mean, it's Cooper Flag, right? I mean, or die.
I mean, but that's the thing. Does he die?
I hope not.
No, me either.
I hope he doesn't die before that.
Oh, I just thought about this. Lively's a Duke guy too, wasn't he? I think Lively
was he?
I think Lively was Duke.
I think you're right. I'm so out of my wits with college basketball for sure, but
I know the stars. I'm just glad that big men are back.
Yeah,
because like it's not Steph Curry's fault he ruined basketball, but like
no, everybody was trying to copy that afterwards, and it's like, yeah, you're not Steph Curry.
Well, it just sucks because obviously if you as a human being have the ability to step up from 35 feet out and lace that motherfucker, step out from 35 feet out and lace that motherfucker.
Like, with regularity.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of times where he pulls up and you're like, motherfucker. Like, you don't even haven't even left his hand. You're like, yeah, okay.
Yes.
That's that. I've watched a lot of Mavs games where you're like, that's in. And even if we be beating their ass, you're still like, fuck.
Do you remember, I think it was the 2019 season after Kawhi beat him and Kevin left and everybody was just dicking on the Warriors for like 2 years straight and they had the worst record in the league? Because it was just Steph, because Klay was out for a year because he fucked his Achilles.
Yeah.
Kevin was gone.
This was like really recent.
Yeah, it was right before his fourth title. I think it's what prepped him for the fourth title. And even when like he was getting donkey stomped, Steph was still dropping like 50.
Yeah, you're still like, what the hell is that thing over there? Yeah.
And I mentioned this before. I got to root for him for a summer, and I just can't not do it anymore. You can't make me quit.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks whenever there's a lot of examples of that. Like whenever I wouldn't even say Golden State was not a team to hate, before he showed it. Now they've gone on such a long run that you're like, okay, officially screw them. But
Golden State became like big bad guys when Kevin was there.
That's the one.
And they still kind of are because Draymond's an asshole.
Draymond has always been a problem there. Like even those early titles where it was like, it's all homegrown and happy and fun. Like we are the Redwoods. It's like it's still. You still like fuck Draymond, Like
this is a harmonious place for basketball. Ignore the man who punched his nanny.
Ignore the donkey man.
Ignore the man who called this 80-year-old woman a whore.
Yeah, and punched like half of his team in a practice.
Draymond Green burned my crops.
I gotta be honest, watching him play too is one of those things where I'm like, this guy is hailed. Kind of like people put him in like real conversations and you watch him play and you're like, he literally is just a foul machine that like pisses people off. Like the one thing he is good at doing is instigating disorganization like on the opposing team. That's it. But I know that's advantageous, but he's more of a goon than he is like, like a solid all around player, I guess. I don't know.
Rodman made a whole career off that, Bubba.
Yeah, but Rodman could play though. I feel
Rodman could get rebounds.
Yes.
Rodman was a great rebounder. Yeah. That was kind of where one time he had a 30-point game out of nowhere, but Draymond is hilarious.
It works perfectly, yeah.
It's not hilarious. It's kind of sad because did you know that Draymond Green has more career playoff threes than Dirk Nowitzki?
What?
And it's not even a volume thing. Because you'd think, because
he's just lethal in the playoffs.
Well, just because what'll happen is everybody's guarding Steph, everybody's guarding Clay.
Oh yeah.
So he'll take like 3 a game, and he might sink 2 of them.
And like they're literally him like in practice, like 3 dribbles, like, all right, like he's like, this was going in, and everybody's like, shoot it, dude, like.
And it's the ugliest fucking shot.
No, yeah, it's either like that, and it just goes in, or it's like that. Yeah.
He's surprisingly good broadcaster, though, because, I don't know if you've ever heard Pat Bev talk about anything. He makes me want to fucking rip my eyeballs out.
I haven't heard much of him, though.
But Draymond's actually really good on TV.
I think it's because he's played a lot of ball against, everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He played for a while now, so he's got all, and he's talked shit to everyone. So, he's gotten all the shit talk back, I guess.
I don't know if it's my favorite NBA trash talk quote. There's some great ones out there. But it was Paul Pierce the same year that Kobe was retiring. And it's fucking, they don't love you like that. You ain't Kobe.
Oh, yeah?
Because Paul Pierce, tried to do the same thing. And nobody cared.
Yeah.
It was right. Because it's fucking Paul Pierce. Who cares?
Yeah. It's apples and oranges.
Also, fuck Boston for life, but that's really sad about Jason Tatum.
Yeah, he's also, in my opinion, kind of one of those, obviously not to the degree of Steph, but if he was on your team, you'd be like, hell yeah, man, we got just an all-around, great dude player, everything.
Well, the thing with, you want to beat Boston clean, and that's the fucking thing that's always going to come back to it. And
Knicks are going to win, though.
It's New York sports, buddy.
You don't think?
Well, because if they went up 3-0, I would call it good. But it's 3-1, and there's been, I think,
there's margin for error.
There's 20 series that came back out of the 300, whereas with 3-0, it's nothing. Nobody's ever done it.
Damn.
But New York sports have a tremendous capacity of just utter heartbreak, and they will continue to raise that or lower that bar rather.
Yeah.
But it would be pretty hard to fuck up if Jason Tatum's out and you have Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, and Mikal Bridges.
That's the kicker.
Tyrese Halliburton is going to the finals, though, because Indiana is on a fucking mission.
They're on a heater now.
Well, because
I haven't paid enough attention, honestly.
They embarrassed Cleveland. And they were win-wise, they were the best team in basketball, and they just went out there and decimated them. Also, I like Indy because I do like Rick Carlisle. He didn't work for fucking Luka, and just because of the way it went.
Good coach, old hard ass. Yeah,
because it's the Larry Brown school of shit, team basketball. And Luka, love him to death. He's able to make shit happen, but he's the star. We play through that guy.
He needed to be the coach, kind of. Yeah. Or it just obviously didn't gel. You could tell.
And Carlisle still got it because Tyrese more fits that. Well, the Pacers in general kind of fit that.
Well, yeah, because he wasn't supposed to be alpha dog, right? I mean, for the most part, he kind of came. He was definitely a high prospect, but he just became a monster out of.
Well, because when you're sitting around talking about basketball with your friends, you think Ant Edwards, Luka Doncic, okay, you gotta go 30 seconds before you get to Tyrese.
Yeah,
but he's on a fucking mission.
Yeah, and I mean that's probably the way you would have thought about a lot of guys before they did it.
Dude, we got good ball talk going on and puck talk too, because Rangers are doing all right.
Yeah,
and Dallas Chunjun Stars.
Did you see? We're playing the Rockies, and they're 7-35.
Are they going to be? Because Chicago broke the fucking record last year. You think they're going to do it?
No, I don't think they're that bad. Because I think Chicago, at this point, had 4 wins or something. But
it was 121 losses, I think. So I think there's 180 in a baseball season.
Dude, that's insane.
No, it was absolutely because if I'm not mistaken, they had the most losses just ever, and that's including back fucking when the made up stats were made up.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But no, the Chicago White Sox sold their soul for the 05 World Series and the Pope ship.
And the Pope ship?
Is that how you say that? The Pope ship?
Did you see that his brother was talking about? He's yeah, we was down at the. They were getting a hot dog. He's oh, hold on, I'm the Pope.
You're taking the L to Shameless Town?
That's so crazy. Chicago Pope, man. That's how you know it's over.
I mean, either that or it's only just begun.
Yeah.
But seriously, go Stars. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. I mean, 3-1, right?
I believe it's 3-1. And also, it's nice to dog on your old coach. And I like Bones. I like Bones.
Oh, yeah. really good coach. Last year, they almost set the record for wins. Winnipeg, I'm pretty sure.
Something
Got close.
Something like that, but no Canadian's ever going to win. No Canadian team's ever going to win the Stanley Cup, I don't think.
That's
Again, because
I was about to say they've won a bunch of them.
Well, because it's the curse of St. Patrick. Because I don't know the exact details of it.
I'm not hockey enough for sure.
Our buddy Tristan can tell you, but someone got traded, and no one from Canada's won a Stanley Cup since.
Wow, I know that's like the Maple Leafs are like cursed. They're like a curse.
Yeah.
They're like a Cowboys type of. I know like the Cowboys have like the '90s, but like since then, you're cursed. You know, like I mean, you know, you might have good teams, but it's like you get dezzed or something. I don't know.
Oh, did you hear that sniffle? That's some good fucking audio. Oh well, yeah. I just asked you if you heard something. I'm the only one with cans on. Oh, we're running a great ship here.
Tight ship.
Tight butthole. Gemstone's over.
Yes, I still haven't finished. I watched. What did I watch too? I don't know. It's getting kind of. I think I watched 4 or 5 episodes.
Well, just because you expect
it's clunky.
Like you expect like Succession season 4. I don't know if you were caught up on Succession. That shit felt like a last season. This was just like
another one.
I feel like we got 3 more after this in a movie.
Yeah.
But then it just and the ending is sweet. The ending is very sweet. I won't discount that at all. They capture emotion very well, but just nothing like oh my god happens.
Yeah. I mean that's kind of what I figured for that show. But like you said, I was thinking, why be so critical on it? It's just
it's a dick and fart joke.
It's a dick and fart joke show. But like you said, they had Bradley Cooper in for an entire episode, so it's kind of on them.
And the thing is, I don't even know if he's going to get this Emmy he was fishing for because the studio, the Emmy he was fishing for his best guest appearance, like Cat Williams won it for Atlanta.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a killer one.
God, that episode's so good.
With the gator.
He has a fucking alligator. But the studio, have you seen that on Apple TV, like around?
I have not watched it, but I've seen like they basically have everyone that's in the Golden Globes like show up to a.
Like, off the top of my head, you got Scorsese, and these people all just play themselves.
I saw Dave Franco was in there.
Dave Franco, Anthony Mackie, Zac Efron, Ron Howard, Martin Scorsese, Steve Buscemi, Olivia Wilde.
He's in there.
I don't want to spoil it for you, but Shemi's part is the funniest fucking thing in the world.
I would assume.
Well, just the premise of the episode is they're trying to round up Scorsese for something, and they're trying to get him to direct a Kool-Aid movie because the studio wants to make a Barbie ripoff, or not a Barbie ripoff, but like something.
Kool-Aid Man.
But the way Scorsese wants to take it is he wants to make it a Jonestown movie.
Oh.
Which, fun fact, Flavor Aid. I think you told me that.
Yeah, it's Flavor Aid. It's not Kool-Aid. Yeah.
But he wanted to, like, because Seth Rogen's whole mantra is trying to twist billion-dollar movies into artistic movies. Like, you can do both, which I don't know if you can do both. That's the argument of the show. And Steve Buscemi was going to play Jim Jones. And so, like, in his Jonestown movie.
This is off topic, but did you know that Bill Hader is actually he is, like, either directing or producing a Jonestown movie, and there's speculation that he may play Jim Jones, which, by the way, it's perfect. If you've looked at them side by side, him with the big blocky shades, it's perfect. Like literally, it would be great. But I don't know how true that is. I've only seen like some of the hot tabloids.
That would be some hot goss.
Oh yeah,
But I just wonder, because I know Barry was a little silly, but I wonder if they would go wacky as fuck with it or just take it serious as a heart attack.
I don't know.
I don't know if you could go wrong either way.
Yeah, you could definitely do.
You could go wrong. You could go wrong. You could go wrong.
Well, no, I'm saying I think you could do it. I don't know how well it would go. I feel like it could be a really good dramatic movie. Is the deal? Like,
the best you could do is like a Coen Brothers comedy.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, it has to be like
where there's a lot of real serious shit, but then every once in a while, there's some laughs.
Just a couple of murders, but mostly laughs. And then in second season, a few less laughs, few more murders, but still laughs. Season 3, it's about 50-50 of laughs and murders. And then by season 4, it's just mostly murders.
It's just murders. Yeah.
A couple of laughs.
Yeah. That episode or that season of Fargo with Dennis, Glenn Howerton.
Fuck.
I thought he was terrible in it.
His
accent was so bad. Like I know he was kind of supposed to be comedic,
Well, it's just a bummer because Howardson. Did you ever watch the fucking Blackberry movie?
No, I heard it was really good though.
Him in particular, like the movie is mostly fine, but him in particular, and it's a little silly because you watch him, it's just that's just Dennis in a bald cap.
Yeah,
but he is fucking electric.
he's really good.
Chewing because he's a CEO, just biting people's heads off, just like calling them like fucksuckers or whatever.
That's Dennis is is just yelling at people. So yeah, that's pretty good.
Do you have a Dennis quote that comes to mind?
Well, there's the golden god.
That's the first one came to my head.
Yeah, I am a golden god. I haven't even begun to peak. And when I peak, I'm going to peak all over you.
But you haven't thought of the smell, you bitch.
You bitch. Oh, dude.
Off topic, but do you have like a go-to struggle meal? Like we're adults, so hopefully we're doing a little better, but like back in the college days?
To be honest, it's ramen, just straight up. I know that's like probably the most stereotypical.
But what was your accoutrement? Or just straight block?
So I have been lately, if we're talking about back in the Dizzy, mostly just ramen.
Right.
Maybe a slice of cheese.
Okay.
Which I know sounds weird. But
nothing wrong with that.
Lately I've been putting a bunch of weird shit on it. Like really thin peanut butter in ramen.
How's that go?
It sounds weird, doesn't it?
Well, because
it's really good. It's kind of like peanut sauce on like Thai noodles. And then you put like sesame seeds on it. And you put just some crispy shit on it. Yeah.
You put no eggs in there?
I did one time and it was super good, but I don't know why I haven't done it again. Usually don't buy eggs, honestly.
Oh, in this economy?
Tariffs? Am I right?
The whole tariff in foreign movies thing, I've looked more into it. It's so silly. Because a lot of American movies are shot overseas.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well,
what are you going to do?
So, like, yeah, what are you going to do? Are you just going to CGI every on-location place that's not New York City? Like, I
think this is so they can, like, burn down a school or something that we're not looking.
Right.
This is clearly just...
They go, movies! And then, like, we just killed, like, 700 immigrants over here or whatever.
We're going to buy Greenland. There goes a journalist.
Oh, yeah, and homeboys over in Saudi Arabia just chatting it up, I'm pretty sure. Or Qatar. Both, I think.
I'm
politics. Am I right?
Well, it's so weird because I've never existed in such a place between fear and just plain acceptance. Because like I'm scared, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I really don't care anymore. I think I cared more about the ramp up to it happening than now. It's like, okay, well, we'll see what changes. A lot will, but
we're here, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You ever? The crisp inhale. It smells like regret and weirdly lavender.
What were you saying? You ever?
I don't know. I was something about heart-shaped nipples.
You ever seen heart-shaped nipples? No, I have not. I've never seen heart-shaped nipples. But if I did, I'd give them a little twist. A little twist.
Yeah, I just want to like outline them with a marker.
Yeah,
just give us the definition.
You just fill them in as circles.
Well, no, because I've
here's one. Have you ever seen someone with 3 nipples?
Not real. I've seen the mall rats, but because I know it's a thing.
There's a lot of people that have 3 nipples. I don't think so.
One time my sister,
maybe at school, but I'm not sure.
One time my sister gave me a titty twister so hard it looked like I had a 3rd nipple.
Oh, so it was like just under the nipple?
Well, because she grabbed me right under the teat, and it was just like a bruise that got red.
Yep.
I went into her room, and I shouldn't have been in there. She marked that territory.
And so you just got your nipple ripped off.
Yeah.
Your under nipple.
In case my nieces and nephews are listening to this, which don't fucking listen to this. This is horrible. No. Your mom might titty twister you. So.
Happens.
Get out of there.
My mom used to do this one where she would stick her hand in my neck right here.
Get you right under the bone?
Yeah, right under your collarbone. And it wasn't even whenever she was mad at me. She would just do it to like mess around. And I'm like, dude, this is not funny. Like, imagine if I did that to you. I'd kill you. I'd break your collarbone. I'd kill you dead.
Your neck would be torn in twain.
I mean, look at me. I'm freaking homunculus.
I am a golden god. I will rip your head from your shoulders and eat it before Christ.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what would happen. But, I never retaliated like that, thankfully. But
No, I was scrolling Reddit and I saw a lady with heart nipples. That's why I thought about that.
Oh, nice.
Like I imagine it's like, you ever see the people with the double tongue? I saw one in real life the other day.
I haven't seen one in real life. I don't understand how you would go through it. Like how much pain that is. Think about whenever you barely go on your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's like 1,000 screams. But just getting some scissors and chopping it in half.
And for whatever reason, it creates like two neural pathways because the tongues...
You got double tongue.
They can go in different directions.
You can freaking work an ice cream cone, just fuck an ice cream cone up. It's just gone.
They did that for ice cream.
Yeah.
And licking nothing else.
No.
Just for ice cream.
They're like, I really just wanted to be more efficient with my cones, with my bronze.
I'm doing extended doctorate research on how many licks it takes to get some Tootsie Sour.
This just expedites it substantially.
Like, there's algebra, and then there's calculus. This is where we are.
I'm a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
All right, so everything turned out okay. I can talk about this. I believe in health, just like in general, and in specific, sexual health. I think that's something we can both agree on.
I think people should be healthy sexually.
I thought you just said people should be health.
People should be health.
People should be health.
Approved.
Praise Jeebus.
Fitness gram pacer test. Sorry.
How many could you do? How many sit-ups?
I don't know. Enough. I passed. I think they didn't hold me back for the fitness.
My thing was, it was so low. I remember.
Oh, God.
It was 13. I could do 13.
I think the one that cracked me up the most was the pull-ups, because all of us were like, my arms were as big around as this cord. You know what I mean? It didn't matter that you didn't weigh a lot. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna get I think the standard was 5, and you're like, no, not even touching that.
I'm convinced that the pull-up test in the fitness gram pacer was just like a covert to catch a predator. Because if you can do a pull-up, you're a fucking adult. Get out of here.
They're like, we got him.
It's just like the old fat nurse strips off its mask like Mission Impossible. Why don't you have a seat right there?
And I would have got away with it too.
Wasn't for you meddling kids and your stupid cops. But anyway, I was getting an STD panel the other day. As you should. It's a responsible thing to do, and everything came back okay, so we can joke about this.
Good.
But I walk in and it's like, it's empty, and it's just like the receptionist. And so I go in, and it's an awkward scenario no matter what. I don't know if I'm not going to ask you if I'm willing to give up this information, so I don't know if you've ever done it, but if you walk in, it's just an awkward atmosphere when you're getting an STD test, even if you don't think you have one, just because it's a fucking weird thing to talk about. And so I walk up to the receptionist, I'm like, hey, I have an appointment for Kieran. And she goes, oh, what for? And the first thing I can say is, can we talk about that after?
You're like, I'm nervous.
Because it's just me and her.
Yeah.
But she just looks at me funny. She goes, okay, I guess we'll talk.
You go, my wiener.
I think good.
I have questions about my wiener.
Will you ask?
Take my blood. Fix my wiener, please.
It wasn't broken.
I know.
It wasn't broken. It was fine. But turns out, because I can only see her from about the neck up where I'm standing. She goes, oh, okay. And she stands up. It's the doctor.
For a second, I thought you were about to throw in a.
Where is that? Isaac Hayes?
She stands up, and I was like, oh my God.
She had 3 sets of pens and 4 big ass cheeks, 2 on either side.
She was mostly ass all over her body.
No arms.
Just an amalgam.
It was.
I was like, how are you a healthcare professional?
You
have no arms and 6 asses.
You're Lovecraftian.
How do you hold your stethoscope?
The horrors you must face in order to maintain your reproductive health. But anyway, this nice medical professional gets out of her chair, normal woman, okay. Perfect amount of ass cheeks, perfect amount of limbs.
Gotcha.
She's got her lab coat on, and she's like, okay, well, we're going to go do this thing. I'm like, oh, well, I'm here for the STD test. The game's up. We're just going to talk to each other. We get back to the room, and she's like, so are you scared of anything in particular? Like herpes? That was the first thing popped in her head.
She's like, you think I got herpes?
She looked at me, she's like, you?
She goes, I want to know how many pairs of gloves to wear.
Well, no.
On my ass cheeks.
All 6 of them. Actually, 7. She's grown one since we've gotten to the room.
Nice.
But she goes, because the thing about herpes is everybody has it now. That's the thing she said to me.
And you're like, what?
Well, I'm like,
Does she mean like cold sores, or does she mean?
because that is a different thing. But I think she was talking about like herpes, like the naughty bumps. And she said it about she said it twice, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. She goes, everybody has herpes nowadays, and I'm in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I think you just have herpes.
You're like, are you? Yeah, are you like spilling your guts?
Like, do you want to talk about something? I see a wedding ring on that finger. It feels like you should be talking to him.
Married to herpes.
It's just a. Who do you think voices herpes?
Steve Buscemi, maybe.
Hey,
Not because of anything that he looks like, just his voice. His voice.
you know what my thought was?
What?
Cardi B.
That definitely does sound like herpes. It's loud. Herpes is loud.
I know you got a wedding, but I'm just gonna settle here, Okur. Oh no, that's out. No, it's in. I said it. It's in.
It has to happen now.
And the story, and so she says that, and I'm like, okay, weird enough. And so we're getting through it. And the shitty thing is, I think I'm anemic. I haven't confirmed, because anytime I get more than like 3 vials out of me, I get fucking lightheaded.
Well, I think that's just a thing too.
Yeah.
I mean, that maybe, but
So she takes the shit out of me, and I almost pass out, because I almost pass out every time I get an STD panel, and it's the fucking, and I tell them this, and it's the fucking worst. And so I'm coming to, and she's making conversation with me, and she's like, "So what do you do for work?"
yeah.
And and I'm like, and I'm whiter than my family reunion, and that's a dumb fucking joke. But I'm like looking like a heroin addict at this point. And she asked me what I do, and I tell her I'm in media, and she goes, "Oh, do you have any examples?" Because I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, I don't know if you're looking for work," and I'm like, "Now?"
You're like, yeah, I'm looking to put in some work.
I'm looking to lay some pipe. No, but I got a job for you. So I'm fucking like literally I'm shaking at this point, just trying to like get my wits about me. She won't even give me water. And I get my phone out and I show her an edit, and she's like, "Oh, that's nice. Do you have anything else?" I'm like, "Let me go home.
I don't know, man. Like,
Take my $95 and let me leave."
I don't ask you to show me appendectomies. I don't say, "Oh, show me his guts." I guess the real
Or show
general practitioners don't do that.
I don't ask you to show me your husband's herpes.
Yeah, exactly.
But so lab work came back. We're all good. We're all golden.
Nice, positive for everything.
Yeah.
Positive across the board.
It's a net zero, baby. It's math. Negative, negative.
But if you have enough of them in your bloodstream, they start fighting each other. And then they're too preoccupied to show up.
Then eventually gonorrhea just comes out on top, and you take the antibiotic.
Bam, there you go.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure that's like an entire episode of Rick and Morty.
Damn it. No.
Oh, well.
I found my Rick and Morty wallet the other day, and I was like,
Dude. When did you get a Rick and Morty wallet?
I got it for a work Christmas one time, because it was
okay.
2017, like back
That's
when
understandable.
it was the fucking Simpsons at that point. And you have to fill out a thing for Secret Santa. I was like, "What's your favorite TV show?" And I couldn't think of anything, so I said Rick and Morty. And I had a wallet, and my wallet was broken, so I just used that for like 4 years.
Nice.
Just a cartoon wallet. I think I used it like in a funeral setting.
Hell yeah.
I don't know where I would have
Were you
used it.
throwing change on a dead body? Like, what the hell?
I think there might have been a driver or something. No, but no. I remember I was getting my phone out, and like fucking suit pants pockets are weird.
Yeah.
And so I like pulled my wallet out, and it was just like, "Oh, my grandpa's dead in a box over there."
You're like, Plumbus. I got kind of ruined on Rick and Morty. Like I was enjoying it maybe like the first 2 seasons, and then whenever I was working at the pool,
oh god,
all the like little kids would they would only speak in like Rick and Morty quotes, and I was like, okay, this has to be dead to me now. I still watched a little bit of it, but it was like, it's just not. Can't do it anymore.
I thought it was funny, but it's hard for me to give a shit about something when you routinely fuck off for 2 years at a time.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, and there are some shows that do that, but like Severance, I know that has that time period, but like,
yeah, I'm not looking forward to that because I didn't watch the first season on time. So I watched 1 and 2, so now it's gonna be like, shit, because it was good.
Dude, Ben Stiller though, he's having the best time.
Yeah, he's on one. He's doing. Is he doing a movie? Soon?
Well, I'm just happy because he's got Severance, and he's like the second, probably third biggest celebrity Knicks fan.
Oh yeah,
it's Spike Lee, Stephen A, and then probably him.
His dad died recently, right?
Oh, like 5 years ago.
Oh really?
That's
a while back.
Well, he was. Well, also Jerry Stiller looked 90 in the fucking 90s.
Dude, he did. He's always looked 1,000 years old. Like if you watch, is it Everybody Loves Raymond that he's in? Which one is he in?
King of Queens.
He's in King of Queens.
He's also in Seinfeld, but that's a bit. But King of Queens is.
I get him conflated because all those shows, literally, you could just play them right through, and I'd be like, the guy said it. He doesn't like what his wife said. It's like,
his wife thinks he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's not like Married with Children level, but it's a little more nuanced. But
Married with Children is actually very nuanced.
Yeah, I think like that's the point.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm saying if you watch it, whenever I watched Married with Children, I was probably like 10. Yeah. So you watch it and you're like, wow, he's just an asshole. And she's an asshole.
Why are they so mean?
Yeah, it's like everybody's just an asshole.
And the song's so nice up.
Whereas you watch like, what's the one with Goodman or like
Roseanne's because
Roseanne went hard back in the day. I know she is canceled, but still, like I know that they made like a spinoff too, the Connors or whatever. But that show went hard for sure.
The thing is about Roseanne, the weakest link of Roseanne is Roseanne because the character actor she's surrounded by, John Goodman, Laurie Metcalf, and that's why the Connors kind of fucks. I really like that show.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, I agree. Roseanne was kind of annoying. I feel like it was just a perfect gel though in the Roseanne show because she was kind of loud and annoying. And then
she was a great writer, just not really a great, like, it was back in the day. I don't want to remove her agency because of the bullshit, like, conservative comedy she does nowadays. I think she's truly funnier than that when she tried. But she just was not an on-screen presence. But it was her show.
Yeah.
And it was important that she got to do that because she was the first, like, woman that wasn't fucking Mary Tyler Moore who got to do that.
And it was going hard, too. I mean, when was that shot? Like, early 90s?
Late, somewhere around there. I don't watch the Connors. It's one of those shows you watch when you're like at a family reunion.
Oh, okay.
Like on your uncle's Hulu or some shit.
Ooh, what's your number one show that you don't watch, but if it's on, like at a doctor's office or something, you'll just be like, tune in.
I'm gonna be very vulnerable for a second.
And you're like, oh shit.
For whatever reason, I know why, because one of my actor buddies, he got to be in like a straight to Tubi movie.
Oh, okay.
And that in itself is sick. I can't remember the name of it right now. I'll plug it next time, but it's fucking incredible. I love it. It's very low budget, but I was on Tubi, and I shit you not, because they have like channels dedicated to shows with ads and shit. Yeah. I watched 4 hours of Duck Dynasty.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, that is patient zero for exactly what I'm talking about. Because literally you're like, sigh, you old fuck. You're like, you son of a bitch. You really got yourself in a jackpot. These people, they're going to have to come bail you out. And this totally isn't contrived. Like, this is real, happened right. They don't call it reality television for nothing.
Sai, how did you get into that hot air balloon?
Yeah. By the way, not a fucking duck in the entire show. No. There isn't a fucking duck. There's not a single quack of a duck. Other than synthetic on their fucking, like literally, there's not a single duck in that show.
You know what there is, though? A 3-minute prayer at the end.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Dear God.
Thank you for getting Sai out of that fucking hot air balloon. That was some crazy shit, wasn't it?
Thank you for helping Jace get his dick out of a hog.
Boy, he sure was balls deep in that squealing pig. It's like,
Lord Father.
Yeah. Lord Father God Christ.
Thank you for helping Gary Dale sacrifice a baby. We know that, baby.
And thank you for overturning Roe. We really appreciate it.
Dear sweet infant Lord Child Jesus Christ.
We're all going to shave now and be complete strangers to everyone.
Now, thank you for putting us in God's Not Dead 2.
Yeah, right.
Not even the first one.
Yeah. Also, that's like your mom's, not your mom, but
No,
I'm
it's
saying,
my mom's favorite.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
That movie.
it, or like your grandparents' show. Like they're like, God, they're just good Southern folks.
No, you remember? Facing the Giants.
No.
You know, fucking Facing the
What?
Giants.
Give me a.
It's the Jesus football movie.
Oh shit!
Like the one scene.
Wait, just God? Is he the quarterback?
No,
Is Jesus the quarterback?
Jesus
He had a
Christ,
wicked
quarterback.
arm before he got crucified, dude.
What's your NFL comp to Jesus?
NFL comp to Jesus.
I say Josh Allen.
He's got to be thin,
What?
and he has to have gone through the desert. Maybe Amon-Ra, since his name is like a god.
Well, then Equanimous is too.
Yeah,
Those are all
same
sun-
thing with his other brother.
All their brothers are named after sun gods.
Yeah, which is pretty sick.
That's pretty fucking rad.
I mean, but I'm saying like if you're gonna be named like after a god,
Like my name's just Gaelic for black.
for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So due to an etymological loophole, I can say the word. I'm not going to.
Okay, go for it right now.
No.
Let's
I'm like the Jon Snow of racism.
He said it. He just cut it out.
I don't want it. But sire, your father. Never mind my father. He can't stop saying it.
I'm pretty sure my name. I don't know what the Peyton. I don't think means anything. I think that's like one of
It means 2 fucking Super Bowls. I'll tell you that much.
and a lot of losses to Tom Brady.
With about 2 extra inches on your forehead in the span of 10
Oh yeah,
years.
I've got that going for me.
Oh well, no. I'm losing it. Like you can, I start sweating. You see how bald I really am. That's why I wear the funny hat.
That's why I wear the funny hat. Yeah, I don't know. Jesus is a football player. I mean,
So he can walk on water. So clearly he's got legs.
he got some legs.
So
He's like one of those lizards. Yeah, so he can really move. I wonder if that's what it was. He was just so fast.
you think it's like an optical illusion thing? Like he's just
Maybe he was the Flash.
like because I can't remember the like you're better at science than I am. What's the thing where like if water's flowing so fast it looks still?
Oh, that's called lamellar flow. Lanular flow.
Like maybe he's doing that with his feet.
Lamellar? I don't know. Some shit like that. Maybe so. I think that's more. So water's surface tension is so strong that it wants to be like a solid, cohesive unit. That's why if I pour water on the table, it's all going to stay together. It's not going to go drop. It's going to try to be like that. But I don't know. There are like little lizards though that have big feet. Maybe maybe Jesus had big feet and he was fast.
Maybe. Sorry.
No, it implies. I don't want to go back into hog talk, but it implies, because of the implication. Maybe. I mean, okay, cult leaders, charismatic, right? Get a whole bunch of people, usually have a giant hog.
I think that's written in the Bible that Jesus had a massive hog.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, why was he hanging out with all them hookers all the time?
Leviticus 4:20-69.
And I love how, too, they're like, oh, yeah, he's in there washing her feet. It's like,
Yeah.
he's sucking them toes. He ain't washing them feet.
Yeah. And your wife was just having dinner with her friend Chad.
Yeah.
Oh, he drank a little much. She had to give him a ride home.
Yeah, right.
Grow the fuck up, Devin.
I turned the water into wine. He got drunk. Then I porked his wife. Okay, yeah. Enough Jesus.
No, who do you think he's cucked?
Who do you think he cucked? Well, I don't know. I'd have to read the Bible first.
Well, I mean, he is the product of a cucking.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Oh, yeah. Has to be a product of a cucking. Whether it's angel cucking or not, cucking nonetheless. I mean,
Can you just imagine the permanent scowl on that motherfucker's face?
He's like, man, marriage got ran through by a fucking angel.
Oh, man. Santa Maria, lo siento.
Yeah, probably need to do some Hail Marys. New Pope, though. Chicago Pope.
Chicago Pope!
Are Hail Marys now just like eating a Chicago dog? Like,
No, it's just watching Blues Brothers twice.
yeah, you're like, amen. Baloosh. Yeah. Maybe so.
Possibly.
Possibly.
It could be.
Perhaps.
We don't know.
Perchance.
It's a very distinct possibility. I think
it's unlikely.
I own a thesaurus.
A thesaurus.
That's how you say that fucking word.
Of course. I looked up thesaurus in the dictionary. No, didn't work. Encyclopedia. I think it actually is encyclopedia.
Yeah, that's because that's like a Ted Mosby thing, I think.
Oh yeah, that is what it is. Yep.
It's like he's right, but fuck you.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. There's so many Americanisms that it's like, I'm gonna say it this way.
Like,
you pry this word from my cold dead mouth.
You speak in German? Shut up. Aluminum. Suck my balls.
Yeah, and like some of the biggest critics are usually like English people. You know, people, and it's like, y'all have bad English too. It's just different bad English.
Dude, I'm very rarely like actually patriotic. I have 3 different occasions.
But fuck Britain, dude. Yeah.
The World Cup, the Olympics, and when white Europeans get mouthy.
Yeah.
Because like you were around longer, you did it longer, and we had to bail you out of shit.
That's the thing. And they're always like, yeah, but like look at your history. Like, and it's like, do you know what our history is? It's literally you. Like you are our history.
Like, you made us.
Yeah. It's like, you made everyone. Like, Africa is the way it is because of you. Like the entire Asian continent, for the most part, is because of you. It's like,
I can't stand a beans on toast, motherfucker. Not at all.
Yeah, and trash food, too. That's the funniest part. So they'll eat literally just gray-brown matter for most meals, but then they're like, and also Indian food. It's like the most like flavorful nuts food there is, and then it's like, and then this brown mush.
Well, because British people, like, when you start shitting on their cuisine, it's like, we have good food. We have a curry. You mean fucking Indian food?
It's like, it's not yours, man. I mean, I gotta be honest, we're kind of also in that we don't really have food, you know.
Well, because a lot of like American food is like the good American food is African American food.
Oh yeah, and just bastardized.
Yeah, and
shit.
And like fucking pizza, fucking hot dogs. That's German.
Our
burgers.
Pizza,
that's German.
Our pizza is famous, and it is completely dissimilar from what pizza is.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
No, they don't. From what I understand, pizza is very touristy in Italy.
I would assume, yeah. Unless you went to some place that's been doing it since the last pope. But
yeah, it's because Francis was Italian. All of them were Italian.
I think for the most.
I feel like all of them were Italian.
Yeah.
And this one, they were just like, Cubs. No, he's a Sox fan. Sorry.
Oh, he's a Sox.
I went Boston with it, but we're here.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because he was at the 2005 World Series.
Oh wow.
And I believe that was the last playoff series they won.
Was that Big Papi Ortiz?
White Sox.
Oh, I thought you said Boston.
No, I was doing a Boston voice.
Oh, okay, I got you.
No, I was fucking with.
That makes me feel better. I was like, why is he from Chicago and he's a Boston fan?
No, he's a White Sox fan.
Okay.
Which out of the two, I do prefer the White Sox. Cooler uniforms.
Yeah, I don't really care about either.
No, because I have people who like the Bears, and I was a Derrick Rose kid, so I've always had a special spot for the Bulls. But Jerry Reinsworth's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But Chicago, I
don't care too much about Chicago. I mean, like, not bad or good. I've never been.
Yeah,
so that's one thing. But
I hear it's a great like place because the art fucking in there and like the artists from there and like the music there.
It's supposed to be cool.
Yeah, and the food. I'm not a deep dish guy, but there's apparently like a lot more different kind of variations of Chicago pizza.
Just like you were saying about the Italians, they're like, pizza is kind of a touristy thing. That's what deep dish is in Chicago. It's like, yeah, they may eat it like once a year or something, but they do have like I think it's more of like a cracker crust, like the actual Chicago pizza that people like, you know, they're like, that's a Chicago pizza. That's a pie right there. Yeah. That's like cracker crust, I'm pretty sure.
You ever have New Haven pizza?
No, I haven't. Mm-mm. I want to try some really good like Detroit style pizza too, like pan, like thick pan, caramelized. Woo! But pizza.
Now you're gonna be hungry.
I know. Yeah.
Did you have any standout meals over last week?
I had Shake Shack. Have you ever had Shake Shack?
Yeah, I had Shake Shack in the Vegas airport.
Dude, it's fucking good. So fucking good.
Yeah.
I love that burger.
Did you get the mushroom burger?
I didn't this time. Usually I get the Shack Stack, which is the burger and the mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
But first off, you take the first bite and it explodes all over your face and gets molting hot.
Yeah.
Mushroom lava in your eyeballs. Yeah. So I've stopped doing that, and I just get the avocado bacon burger. That one's pretty solid. But I didn't get a shake. I got a brewski beer.
So all those, like, I love a Shake Shack. I love an In-N-Out burger. Whataburger used to be good till Chicago bought it out. Fucking Chicago.
Dude. Yeah, fuck Chicago, right?
they ruined it.
Okay, is that what it is? Because I remember really enjoying Whataburger, and it does not. It's all just weird gray meat now. Like, I don't know.
I feel like that's every fast food spot.
Yeah, that is fair. I don't eat too many fast food burgers. I'll eat a lot of fast food chicken.
I feel like Wendy's burgers still hold up.
Really?
A little greasy, but there's still some flavor in there.
Have you ever had Red Robin? I've never had it, but I've heard good things.
Are they around anymore?
I think there's 2. One's in Grapevine.
And the other
one is in Anchorage.
And there's a secret third one, but we'll never tell.
Yeah. That one's for me.
Who's in it's just Tupac and the entire what was that plane that went down Malaysia flights?
Yeah.
It's just them.
Yeah.
We've been trapped in this Red Robin for years.
You go in, tuck your napkin into your own personal Red Robin.
Yum.
Crazy thing to me, Cracker Barrel started serving booze.
That's why I saw that. That's fucking wild.
That would be like Duck Dynasty, all of them becoming nudists. Like, and just keeping the show going. That's the same thing to me. Like, Cracker Barrel's average age of consumer is 114. I'm not even kidding. Or my mom. Like, literally, that's it.
That's like Chuck E. Cheese giving out ketamine.
Yeah, and they're like, go wild.
Because I'd love to be shit hammered in a cracker.
Animatronics.
Like, because can you imagine being in a K-hole in a ball pit?
Fuck. You're just like collapsing in on yourself in a ball. Just falling into it. Yeah, that'd be terrifying, actually. I bet that would be horrifying. And then a Band-Aid just gets stuck to your eyeball.
Oh my God, that's how they did Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen that movie. I watched the rip-off that they tried to sneak one right before the Willy's Wonderland.
That was way better. That was way better.
Just the... Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Because Five Nights wasn't bad. The odors in that goddamn theater were the worst.
Really?
It was like a Magic the Gathering tournament, dude.
It's like the Warcraft, the South Park World of Warcraft guy.
The lady sitting next to me, she... I think if this would have been a guy, it would have been a sex crime. It was because I think it came out in October and everything's getting hotter later. We skipped over spring, so it's a little musky in October.
We got like 4 days. Yeah.
Dude, it was fucking because it's summer now.
Yeah. It's 100.
She brought a hoodie for the theater, but it was a little musty in there. This gross hobbit takes off her fucking hoodie in just a sports bra and just sweat, and I smell body odor for the entirety of Josh Hutcherson's pretty good performance.
Pretty good performance.
He was okay.
It's not PETA, but it's pretty good.
There's actually death to PETA, you fucker.
I know.
He's pretty good. Liam Hemsworth is cardboard as fuck in those motion pictures. But
isn't his character kind of, or no, he may not be.
Well, they're all just, I think it's weird to write about middle schoolers fucking. That's just a weird thing to me.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they were in high school. Again, I don't.
Oh, perfectly fine then.
Yeah, I don't want to think about teenagers boning. I do like the action though.
The action of teenagers boning?
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
The action of the film.
No, yeah.
It's
Hunger Games go hard for sure.
Well, because it's basically just PG-13 battle royale.
Yeah.
You ever seen battle royale?
I've seen like I started watching it whenever I was like decrepitly tired, and I was like, and I fell asleep.
That's like, I think it's a good hangover movie.
Okay, yeah.
Like I haven't been hungover in a while, but I think those class of movies exist when you're like, I'm stuck in this room because I'm not fucking leaving for the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I need to sip something and pretend to watch this. And
I used to just sweat my bed out and do that. Well, I just be like, okay, yeah, what are we watching? Starship Troopers? Yep. Okay. Like,
dude, the trashiest move I ever did, because I would always need a meal. And I never lived close to the Popeyes. I was always like a 15-minute drive from the Popeyes. But Popeyes, when you're hungover, is the shit.
Yeah.
So I would go
some Popeyes.
I would go murder a 3-piece bone-in with a chicken sandwich.
Ooh.
And then don't woo that.
No, that's it's a bold move.
I think that's legally self-harm.
Popeye is pretty filling,
dude. But no,
you're telling me,
dude. I would do that. And then I would intend to drive home, but 9 times out of 10, I'd nap in my car. And there was at least I can think of four.
That's a good nap in your car with a chicken sandwich and a 3-piece.
Trashy. And on 4 separate occasions, and they were all women. And just the most well-meaning women, just so worried, knocking on the window, just, are you okay?
You're like, I just took down so much Popeyes.
Spicy too, so my asshole was on fire.